Hey guys, and welcome back. I have a mail day happening today because I got something that some brake stuff that I was waiting on came in yesterday, but I didn't want to open it yet because I knew this was coming today. This is my returns from PSA. So I did a group submit, and that was back in May. And I finally got those returned. So we're going to open that up in a second and take a look at that. As well as the stuff from Midwest Box Brakes. Anyone who's seen any of my videos or seen on Twitter before, you probably know by now that I do brakes with Midwest Box Brakes. When I'm not breaking my own cases, I'm participating in brakes usually over there. Brakes and Razes and Minis and whatever. Anyway, so we'll go through. Let me show off one thing first, and then we'll go through the brake stuff, and then we'll hit the PSA stuff, which I don't know myself. It was a group submission, so I could get them done a lot cheaper, and so I don't even know what these came back graded as. So we'll find out. Anyway, when I went out to Phoenix for a funeral, my cousin also collects cards a little bit less than I do, but he had this lying around. It's a museum age Vivian Leigh, and I do collect. It's not really jerseys. I collect worn material cards for a lot of older popular actors and actresses, and newer actresses and actors and stars and stuff. So that was kind of a cool pickup. He had that lying around and asked if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah, I do. So we'll get into that last. Let's open this up next. So this is from Midwest Box Brakes. I get packages regularly from Ben, and this one I think has a lot of good stuff. I have a list somewhere of what I should have in this box, but I just don't remember all of it. I also had, while I'm remembering, I want to show you some other stuff that Ben sent along with one of my previous ones that I didn't really do a mail day for, so let me show that real quick first. So we've got these little miniature bobbleheads. These are pretty cool. This one's Jambi. Kind of hard to see through the plastic. I'm gonna leave them in the plastic because I don't really collect any of these guys, so I'll potentially give these out to someone else. Or I'm not sure what I'll do with them yet, but anyway, who is that? I'm not even sure who that is. Probably says on, well, I don't know. Anyway, so got a few of those. Really cool stuff. Bernie Williams. And then he also sent along, I'm not a fan of Steelers, but I got these blow up footballs. And it's got a little ink or something on it. But there's Cardinals one. I'm going to send that to my cousin. My cousin who gave me that card because he collects Cardinals stuff. So I'm actually going to send him a Cardinals care package with that football and some cards and stuff. I don't really collect football, but I've gotten in some breaks with Ben that included some football breaks. So I've got some football cards to share. Anyway, so I've got, let's just go through these. Corbin Burns, Inception Silver Signings. It's pretty cool, $2.99. Anything that I get in my brake mail days are generally going to be available for sale or trade if it's not Nolan Ryan, for the most part anyway. Anyway, there's Goga Bitadze from Georgia. I got into a few contenders breaks, so I have several of these autos. Anyway, there's a Luca that is not numbered Luca. Might actually keep that. Newman. Rookie. These are Topps Fire. This one is Topps Chrome. Cunha Jr. Bryce Wilson Blue from Topps Chrome. Bryce Wilson Auto from Topps Chrome. Kobe Allard for the Braves from Topps Chrome. And then I have so many of these 100 count boxes from Ben now. Maybe I'll turn around and use them for shipping at some point. But anyway, there's another Luka. A lot of these are going to be just base. I'm not going to go through everything in here. Lots of fire base. So I'll have Topps Fire base available. So these are, I don't know what the deal is here. I don't know a whole lot about Topps Fire, but these two are different. Oh, one's numbered to 299. It's kind of hard to know exactly what you're getting out of some of the breaks if it's not one of the hits, because they go quickly. But it's one of the reasons I break with Ben. I trust him, and I always get the stuff that he pulls, so I'm not worried about any of that. More Topps Fire, more Chrome. Totally mixing all these up now. Anyway, we'll just skim through all this stuff. We do have a Zion in here somewhere. That's not it. There should be a. It's not an auto, so I'll look later. If it's not here, I'll just ask Ben. I'm sure. There should be a Zion Williamson in here somewhere. Base. It's just a base card. Anyway, I'll take a look later. The Corbin Burns in green. Maybe I already passed it. It's probably the case. Or it's in a different mail day or something. What happens is I'll participate in a bunch of breaks, and then while cards are being mailed out to me, I'm participating in more breaks. So it's almost always the case that something is coming out in the next shipment. All right, I'm really excited for these. This has been okay, so one of mine could not be graded. This is my first real PSA submission. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wonder why that couldn't be graded. It couldn't be. I guess, I don't know. I'll have to find out why that couldn't be graded. I was really hoping that my Akeem Olajuwon would get graded from 86 Fleer. But let's see how everything else came out. So far, the top card isn't looking too bad. 1985 Oral Hershiser. Let's actually do it this way. There we go. 1985 Topps Oral Hershiser, mint 9. Johnny Moore. So the story about this one is it was on, I think, like the end of a print run. I know you might be asking who Johnny Moore is and why I would get that graded. I guess it was on the end of a print run, and so for these to come out of mint 10 is extremely rare, apparently. To get a 9 on this is actually decent, so pretty pleased with that, I guess. 54 Topps Ray Boone came out of 6. Not bad. I don't remember. Unfortunately, I did not. I always tell people this, and I didn't do it myself. I didn't write down what I expected these to come back as. 54 Topps Dean Stone. Excellent 5. Frank Robinson, 1975 Topps, came back an excellent 6. I think I was hoping for a little better than that, but it's way off center too, so. 78 Steve Carlton, 78 Topps Steve Carlton, came back a mint 9. So far I'm getting some decent 9s. I did not know what to expect, but after all the trim gate and everything else that was happening, I was really hesitant to believe that I would get back a whole bunch of 10s or anything. Anyway, 1980 Topps Dwight Evans came back a Near Mint 8. 81 Don Russ Ricky Henderson came back a 9. So this one, I actually bought a bunch of boxes of cards, and I don't remember. I bought full sets, and I don't remember where I bought them, but I got them pretty cheap. And one of them was 81 Don Russ, and I was going through, and I'm like, these are they're all in good condition because it never came out of the set box. So I sent this away to be graded, even though it seems a little bit off center, which is probably why I got the 9. But that's not bad at all, even though it's second year. And then 1981 Raleigh Fingers from Topps. That came back in 8. I think that was from a Vintage Breaks break. A few of these are, actually. And then the 82 Eddie Murray. Pretty sure that came from Vintage Breaks. That came back a 7. So that's how all those came back. I really wish this would have come back graded. I think it's saying that the size was off. Minimum size requirement. Okay, so I guess they're telling me that this is the wrong size card, which is interesting because I watched this get pulled out of a pack from Vintage Breaks. So I may resubmit this. I may contest this and resubmit it to them. I'll have to figure out the process for that. Anyway, so that's it for the mail day. Now that I know what I'm working with and I kind of have a better idea for the PSA cards, I think I'm going to try submitting a bunch more. I don't know if I'll submit with the same group. The break club that Ben has over at Midwest Box Breaks also, excuse me, also is doing some group submissions, so I may get in on the next submission there. I think they're getting ready to send one out soon. But until next time, keep an eye on the Twitter, CW Breaks. Keep an eye on the website, card-warehouse.com. And watch for some breaks coming up. I think I'm going to put together a couple of cheaper ones just to try some new formats. And then, as always, if you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're not on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button. It helps me out a lot with these videos and with the breaks and everything else. So catch you guys soon.